Hey, what's up, everyone? You are watching the Tetsudo Mokei podcast, season 2, episode 55, which is episode 5 of the second season. But we are continuing on with the coverage of the model rail contest that happened in Tokyo just a few weeks ago. It happened in August 7th, I believe. No, early August, and then the Fukuoka one was like a week after. But for the most part, so far things are really looking cool. I'm just focusing on those who actually brought their dioramas and are showcasing their photos. So there's a lot of entries, so there's only so much you can cover, but I'm just going to cover the ones that have really good photos, at least, or a video of their diorama. And as the original video is about 8 hours long, so you can see the competition. It's pretty much, you have to go through a lot to get some footage, but for the most part I'm just doing a reaction video on it. And I think there are people who wonder, who are watching from Japan, can this be done in America? And the answer is probably not. Not because they don't want to, it's more of that the perception of trains in the US is different from Japan, where in Japan riding a train is a necessity, and that there are so many options and also convenience for people to get from point A to point B, and it's what people use in daily life. A large number of people use it, whereas in America that's not the case. There are people who use the subways, especially if you are living in the metropolitan city, especially in New York. But in terms of the thoughts about trains in general, aside from Amtrak, where people use it as an inexpensive way to go from certain areas that have Amtrak stations, it's not exactly the same compared to Japan or other countries, let's say Switzerland and stuff like that. I think the love for trains in Switzerland and Japan and other countries is a little bit more deeper, and the respect level for trains is also different. As you can see with a lot of our freight trains, most of them are covered in graffiti. So that's how things are in the U.S. Whereas in Japan, you see some stuff with graffiti, but no, mostly not. A lot of people they tend to have a big respect level for trains, especially if of how people, or how they treat their children, and if children step on the seating and everything like that. People are going to get very mad and tell people, hey, don't let your kid do that. Teach your kid better. And I know in China something happened. I covered this already in the past episodes, but they had to put some bulletins saying, hey, if you're bringing your kids to Japan, make sure they do not step with their feet on top of the seating areas. Pay some respect. Of course, people were like, well, what about those train photographers that are going crazy? Yeah, that's a little bit crazy right there. Some people go way overboard because it's just how it is. There are people who look at trains as as a major thing, almost like close to like an idol singer, and they look as their a train with full of respect and so forth. So it's just how it is. But yeah, there's just a high respect levels in various countries for trains, and it's how it is. Let's go ahead and check out the next school right here. Iwakura High School Railway Models Club. Here we go. Okay, let's see what they created right here. Okay, so they did their research and pretty much created a diorama of this scene. It's such a scary scene, though, but yeah, they were able to create that. That is very intricate. That's very nice. Let's see here. So they created some of the those grass field designs. Okay, nice. Here is their diorama right here. So I'm not sure if this is the finalized photo. It looks like it is, but the thing is that kind of liked how they use the dirt ballast right here. They got the roads going right there, the parking lot, the river, almost like similar to what I do, having the river to the corner and then the streets towards the center, but then they have the main train right here going through that area. I wonder if it's a working diorama, but that is very nice. Yeah, that's very nice. Let's go ahead and look for another diorama that, because right now they're doing the modules. I noticed that. Okay, what's this right here? Okay, so this is the city. It's very cool. Okay, what's this one right here? Matsumoto Shuho Secondary School. Let's check it out.
会場の皆様、ライブ中継をご覧の皆様、こんにちは。松本修法中等教育学校鉄道部です。まず、猪木の花言葉からいただいております。
Creating a neighborhood. Very nice. Making sure they have the black cardboard right there surrounding the background. See some close-ups here.
こちらの作品はですね、毎年2月頃、長野県木曽町で開催されている雪の赤いのサンポロというお祭りをベースに近くを流れる矢沢川。
Okay, some of the research that they did
皆さん
in building their
中央再生
diorama.
という言葉あまり聞きない使用して作っています。
Aha, they built their own lighting. Very nice. That is hardcore.
車や信号機、踏切が光ることができます。また雪の表現についてですが、雪の表現は2月上旬、降り始めたばかりの雪、少しだけ積もっているという条件のもと表現をしました。またボードに向かいまして右側の、針葉樹はスポンジや竹串から自作をしました。続いて AI 技術を活用した小物類です。小物類には AI による画像生成を積極的に活用してポスターなど小さなものにもこだわって作成をしていきます。最後に失敗したところの一覧になります。信号機を自動で動かそうと思っていましたが、センサーがエラーを吐きまくって。
Okay, let's check out another one here. There's so many hours worth of it that we got to go with the flow here. Interesting diorama.
このディープウォーターには波がありませんが、これにはきちんと訳があって、赤色の、渡月橋が、水面に反射するようになっている詫びとサビのメリハリが生き、列車灯を撮ると静かでするようになっている。
Okay, got the steam train. The abandoned train right there. Interesting.
視聴者が寄せられた奇妙なユニークな場所を紹介するっていう人気シリーズで、このコーナーで探偵が主に担当して、その個人がその手作りで作ったアミューズメントパークや、
so they looked at it as trying to make an amusement park of trains.
っていうのが元ネタなんです。ですからパラダイス邸となっています。で最後にさ、
See right here.
きっちり組み込まれて。
So
that was pretty cool. I mean, I see what they're getting at right here. Let's check out another diorama right here. Okay, these people did research photos.
人々や荷物などを運び続けました。そんな芸備線が果たしてきた役割を知ってもらうというのも今回の作品に込められたメッセージの一つです。
ストーリー性について紹介します。私たちの作品では秋を再現しています。山には手作りの紅葉の木々を一本一本配置しました。 また収穫時期の他によっても秋という季節を表現しています。
My gosh, they
他
really
に
were
も
elaborate
神社に
in
参拝
creating
する
this.
人々、本殿に上がる
Yep, the train I own right
石段に座る
there.
学生、さらには、ランニングをしながら道行く人々などさまざまな複数のストーリーを散りばめました。ぜひ作品を覗き込んで、それぞれのストーリーに思いを馳せていただけたらと思います。
建物について紹介します。さまざま
Okay,
な
got the
家
people
々
right
や他
there.
の近くにある精米機など多くの建物、橋脚やトンネル、陸橋などは 3D キャドのフュージョン360で一から設計して作りました。これらの建物や鉄道構造物の設計、出力という工程こそ今回のレイアウトで特に苦労し工夫した場所です。複雑な形状を正確に再現するために何度も印刷をし直すという試行錯誤をしたために時間がかかるなど途中何度も壁にぶつかりましたが完成させることができました。建物の形状や塗装などぜひご覧ください。
電飾について紹介します。今回の作品でも、家々や、失礼しました。家々や自販機、国道を走るトラックなどさまざまな場所に電飾を施し、作品からの夕暮れの西条の街並みの雰囲気が
I
よ
wonder
く
if
伝
they
わるよう
actually
にしました。
captured the lighting. Oh, yep, they did. Interesting.
その奥に入っていく
Okay, the
階
water.
段や配管まで再現しています。川沿いには人形を設置し、
Wow, look at
川沿
that,
い
the
で生
detail.
活する人々の姿を映し出しました。
Really nicely done.
今回の大会は大会メンバーが去年から全員が入れ替わるなど世代交代の年となり、経験の少なさから何度も大きな壁にぶつかりました。そのために力を貸してくれた後輩たち、忙しいのにもかかわ
By the way, a lot of people need to know that getting even these little cars and the amount of detail that is on this diorama, it's actually could get quite expensive. So I wonder what kind of budget they had. But first, I'm really impressed by this one. Let me go back here a little bit.
ですね、きっちり組み込まれてすごくいいレイアウトだと思いました。ありがとうございます。はい、では、続けて紹介していきたいと思います。広島県からです。
Okay, so the one that we just saw was Hiroshima Johoku Junior and Senior High School. That was really well done. Really well done. From the individual painting to the actual detail that they did to make this diorama is just very, very cool. I applaud these guys. That's a lot of detail. Usually, especially look at that. Just looking at the little dirt marks on the tracks. That's what you want to see from a lot of these kids, is that, you know, when they go out and take some photos of these locations, that they try to get a lot of those small details in there. Like, look at this, like the little moss or grass growing, patches of it growing, and even some of it growing on the cement. That is just those are details that, you know, people tend to overlook, and, you know, some may try to cut corners, but really when you capture those little small details, especially how things are colored, you know, the dirt and grime and area, that is very cool. Originally with my diorama, I tried to do that, you know, with my gunpla stuff, try to make things weathered, but I realized, you know what, it doesn't look so great weathered. You either go through it completely or you don't, but I did try to experiment with weathering of those little things that you get from Gundam models to weather, you know, when you use to weather the gunpla, to try to weather some of the plastics area. But I realized, you know what, I probably don't want to weather it. I mean, you really have to go all out, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But what these kids did looks fantastic. The school from Hiroshima, really wonderful. Okay, that does it for this episode, everyone. I'll talk to you later, and we will continue again. with another coverage of the railway model competition, model rail competition. So I'll see you later. Wink, wink, and